Hello everybody. Today we are going to have lots of fun. This is a hint as to what we're sculpting. You know what these are, right? These are the Crocs. Come on in. Here's a cool quote in the studio. Dream no small dreams, for small dreams have no power to move the hearts of men. If we're going to do it, let's just go for it, right? So we've had lots of fun so far. We've sculpted lots of big round objects. We've sculpted elephants. We've sculpted frogs. We've sculpted this elephant last time. We did the Buddha font. And once again, if anybody wants some posters of the puffed up prints, I'll be happy to send you one. Just send me an address and we'll get that off to you. So today, instead of the comfy shoes, we're going to the super comfy shoes because we are doing alligators and Crocs today. So let's get it going. It was a couple of birthdays ago, my grandkids gave me these Crocs and they are so comfortable. They're perfect for the studio. And when we're sculpting, we might as well be comfortable, right? So come on in. We've got some fun guests with us today. We've got Talon and Hudson and Emerson, three of our grandchildren that live down here in Arizona with us. Are you guys ready to sculpt some alligators and crocodiles?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Wash their hands, Grandpa.
Yeah, let's get these hands
We're
washed.
going to stay super clean.
Okay, let's all do it. I'll hand you one of these. Here you go, Emmer. Hudson. You betcha. You're welcome. Okay. Come over here, my awesome videographer. Lisa, sure appreciate your help
You
with
bet.
everything. You are always so dang supportive with everything you do.
Thank
And
you.
everything I do, and I super
Likewise.
appreciate it.
You bet.
Amazing. Yeah, super appreciate you. Okay, so I want to tell you a real quick story, and then we'll get right into sculpting. So years ago, I was working on this sculpture right here. It was called Frontier Spirit. And while I was working on it, I took it to a gentleman up in Salt Lake, South Jordan. His name is Ed Fraughton. He is one of the best sculptors in the world, the best in the country. And took him this piece, and he said, Gary, I'm glad you brought, and this was, one of my earlier pieces. Gary, I'm glad you brought me this piece because are you okay with me helping you with it? And I said, well, absolutely. That's why I came here. And so he grabbed the piece. He grabbed the bottom and he grabbed the top and he twisted it. So I had it like this. He made it like this. And then he said, Gary, have you heard of the Contrapposto Pose? And I said, well, what's that? And he says, well, that is when the body is out of perfect alignment. In other words, instead of having it flat like this. And then instead of having the hips perfectly straight, you have them down and you have this like that. So the minute you get that, you start getting this beautiful motion. And that's part of what we're going to sculpt today. We're going to sculpt some motion. And I'm going to show you what Ed did for me. So he took a ball of clay, made it into something that we're going to be very similar to making today. He made it into a lizard. Okay, so he had that. And then he put on a couple of legs. One there. And one there. And at home, you guys can all make a lizard if you want.
You guys
one
can
there. And one there. And he made a beautiful long tail. And he said, okay, there's our lizard. And he says, now, what I'm talking about with that contrapposto, he says, if you want to get motion, like the thing is in movement, you bend it, and you bend it, and you bend it, and you bend it. Now look at the difference that made, right? Instead of going from just this perfectly straight, non-motion thing, then all of a sudden we've got cool action, right? And if we wanted even more action, we would twist it like that and maybe have it going into the water and something like that, right? But that was such a great lesson to me, and I've never forgotten that it's all about not having things perfectly lined up, and that makes it flexible and awesome. So what we're going to do today, and I just happened to, I've got an awesome library over there. Take a look at that. It's so fun in your home or in your studio to just have all kinds of books. And so I was looking at one of my books this morning, and it was on Animal Encyclopedia, and it's got all these different pictures of like a zillion different animals in there. See that, guys? Mm-hmm. And there's just like cheetahs and butterflies and beavers and, oh my gosh, just anything you can imagine, it's in there. Love this book. And of course, here's the one on crocodiles and alligators. And I looked it up, and crocodiles and caiman, they have longer snouts, where alligators, they have more of a flat snout. They have a wider, thicker head. And that was about the only difference I could really find out in the two. And then I was looking in the book in the library, and look, I have a whole book on alligators and crocodiles. And so, oh man, some of these pictures are just amazing. You guys see all these? Mm-hmm. Wow, isn't that just cool? So it's so fun when you're sculpting a subject to do research on it. Look, there's a baby one. All the alligators and turtles and stuff, they're hatched out of eggs. Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. Little baby alligator there. So it's fun to be able to do the research on anything that you're sculpting and add that to the authenticity of it. But always don't get too worried about the detail, because the fun is in, like we were talking about, the gestalt, right? It's the basic form of it. It's not all the little teeny things. It's the basic form. So if this will help you, awesome. Find a good pose here. One thing I thought was really cool with the alligators and crocs is how long their tail is and how it kind of looks, they look a lot like dinosaurs, don't they? Mm-hmm. You know, all these scales and fins and everything. So we're going to have fun with that on our crocodile or alligator, whatever you want to sculpt today. One thing I wanted to mention, this clay is really, really awesome. You can order it online. And kids really love it, number one, because it's oil-based, it never dries out. And number two, because it comes in all the fun array of colors. And so anything that you sculpt, I asked Emerson, what color are you going to use? And so he's going to use those colors for his alligator. And Hudson, what color are you going to use for yours?
Turquoise.
Now, you know what? I think this Play-Doh is actually, it's dried out. This one.
Oops,
Yeah,
we'll give you a
not
different
too
one.
good. I would,
Maybe give him this green one.
green one would work if you want to use that. This is Grandma's homemade clay, the salt clay. And Lisa has, she always posts the recipe on this Facebook Live after you're done, and you can make it at home with flour and salt and cream of tartar and a few things. So if you want to use that one, you can. If you want to use some of these other colors, you can. Whatever you choose, bud. There's some here. So, what we're going to do, let's get started here. This is actually going to be a pretty easy sculpture today. You're going to grab your clay, and our favorite thing to make so far is snakes and balls. That's mostly what everything is shaped from. Remember last time with the Buddha font, day before yesterday, we made a pear, right? Because the Buddha font was kind of a big bottom down here and then goes up here. But today, we're just going to go ahead and make us a snake. So you guys go ahead and start putting your energy into the clay. And so we're going for this basic shape, right? That's basically all we're doing. It's just a long form. And then we're going to squeeze it a little bit for that head. How's it coming at home? And what colors have you chosen for your alligator or crocodile. Once again, when you get some of yours done, if you will go ahead and post on this site, send me some pictures of what you've done. It's always fun to post them. Okay, so does that kind of look like a crocodile head? How you guys coming?
Good, I'm just getting it soft.
Okay, getting it soft and warmed up. And once again, these pictures here. This is really a good picture, I think, of the alligator. Baby, kind of a baby one. Good one. Maybe leave that open for you right there. Okay, so we got that, and then we'll just go ahead and start to make the body. And it looks to me like the body of these guys are pretty fat. You know, they've probably been dining on a whole bunch of fish and stuff wherever they're at. And I believe alligators and crocodiles are freshwater, aren't they? I'm not sure. Maybe you can all look that up. I think some of them can adapt to some salt water. But okay, so basically we're shaping a head, and then we're getting a little bit fatter in the middle, and then we're going to add a long tail. And it seems to me, as we look at these pictures here, it seems to me like the tail is just about as long as the whole body and the head. Look at that. Here we go, it's coming. So we will go ahead and we'll grab some more. All right, it's coming along, Emmer. Good job, bud. I like the color you've chosen, orange. That must be one of your favorite colors, huh? What's your favorite colors out there? I think we asked that question before. It's kind of fun to have a favorite color, isn't it?
What's your favorite color, Gary Price?
My favorite color, I think, has to be, what?
Green.
Green, right there. Talon knows. Love to incorporate the green in sculptures. Green is a healing color, and it's a color of springtime and fun leaves. What's your favorite color, Lisa?
Mine's purple.
Purple, that's right. So each of you at home, you can ask each other what's your favorite color and see if you can guess what their favorite color is. Okay, so we just added a big long tail onto it, make it a little thinner at the back. Okay, we're starting to look like a little bit of a crocodile there. How's your guys' coming?
Good.
Coming along? Yeah, very good.
This is
Very good. Emerson's got his tail on there. Cool. Kind of looking like that so far.
There's like a little line right there to show where his tail is.
That's right. That's awesome, Ben.
That's why, like, under the line is where I made it his tail.
Okay, so now that we've got quite a bit of a basic size here, let's make his belly just a little bit bigger. Make his body maybe a little bit fatter. There we go. Now we're going to put a little bit of that curve in him, like Mr. Ed Fraughton, the incredible sculptor, showed me. Okay, all of a sudden, starting to get some motion in there, right? You guys can twist it and turn it however you want. And now we're going to take some more of our favorite things. Now let's, our favorite shape, which is just some more snakes. Let's take a look at those legs. Looks like, we've got some cool looking legs on these guys. Wow, there's a good picture of one, guys. Look at that one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Isn't that awesome? This big one over here? Down
Yeah.
at the bottom? Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. And let's see, let's go ahead and count the toes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like ours, right? Okay, so we'll go ahead. We'll make us another snake here. And then we'll use our popsicle stick. Remember what great tools these things are. We're gonna go ahead. How many legs should we make, Emma?
4.
Should we do 4? Okay, let's do it. So we're gonna cut this in half, like that, and then we'll cut it in half again, and again. We'll make it a little bit longer. Now we got our 4 legs here. Oh. Okay. And now, all we're gonna do is just stick them on there. So let's go ahead and attach it. Those of you at home, if you can't get the clay to stick, you can always put a toothpick in there and then push the clay onto it. Be careful with the sharp end that you don't poke yourself. Okay, so there's us a leg, and there's us a leg, guys. How's that looking?
Good.
Right? Kind of simple, huh? And we'll grab another front leg here. Grab us another front leg here and stick it on there. Okay, now let's come over here with our popsicle stick and take a look here at these toes and legs. Maybe we remember when we sculpted hands last time and we took the clay and we
I remember.
you remember that? We just had it like this. And then for the basic shape of the hand, which is like a shovel, all we did is we just smashed it out like that, right?
Yep. I was just about to do that.
You what?
I was just about to do that.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So you're getting ahead of me there. So what we do here is we'll just go ahead and smash those and smash that. And then we can take our popsicle stick, and there's one, and that, and that, and that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and if we want to, we can separate them a little bit. Push that in there.
Cool.
Okay, there's our thing, and we gotta kind of have a knee on there, so maybe it goes up a little bit and then goes down like that, right? Okay, so let's come over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we gotta do one more there. And we have the 5 toes. We'll have it go up and down, like that a little bit. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing. Now it looks like the front legs are a little smaller, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and maybe make that a little longer. Cut this off right here, and then go ahead and squish it. Same here, we'll cut that off
Good
and
eye.
squish it.
Bless
All right. Bless you, Emma.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and make us some more toes in there. More toes in here. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is this looking good? Yours is looking good. I'm loving the green clay. Hudson, that's great. Got one over here. Oh, look at this fun one. I love the fun colors on that, Emerson. That's
Those are
cool.
awesome.
That's cool.
Let's go down here and get a picture of what Huggy's making.
Yeah. Okay, that's fantastic. Now we're gonna have some really fun with our alligator. You guys are gonna love this. This is where, look how our frog, another amphibian, has eyeballs very, very similar to the alligators. Look at the alligators, how those eyeballs stick up there. See that? Look at this guy here. Look how they just pop up there. So we will make kind of the same eyeballs as our frog. See if there's another picture here. Yeah, there we go. That's a... Yeah, of course, this one's mostly teeth, but there's his eyeballs sticking up there.
That's a good one.
And later, if we want, we can cut that and open up his mouth and stick some cool teeth on it. That could be fun. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make us a little ball. And let's stick his eyeballs on there, right? Squish it down a little bit. Same right here. How's that? I'll make that a little bit longer there. And here's another really, really fun part, I think. They kind of have these scales. So you could take a piece of clay. Watch this, guys. You take a piece of clay, and on the back, see how they have these ridges of scales?
Yeah.
Kind of almost like dinosaur things. You can take your clay
Oh, and you can make them.
and just add them onto there like that.
2 rows on the back?
Yeah, you could do
It looks
one
like
row
they've
on
got
that
several.
side and one row on this side. So you just take your clay, squeeze off a little piece, and then squish it on there, right? Doesn't that make it look fun?
Yeah.
Grandpa,
Uh-huh.
the rest of that clay, I just added it to the bottom of the tail.
That's awesome. That's awesome, bud. Okay, do you want to grab some clay and make it some of these scales on there?
I got this that I could use.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I could just split it in half on the line.
Right. That'd be cool. So we just keep adding some on here. You can put on as many as you want. They have a lot of them, a lot of these scales on the tail, I've noticed. And that makes it look really cool. Kind of makes it look prehistoric. Doesn't it? Okay, so we're just having fun with this alligator, aren't we? Okay, now, so he's kind of coming along, right? Twist him a little bit more action in there. And then also, if you want, you could take your clay and you could just make maybe smaller bumps and scales all over on it. Because alligators have lots and lots of texture, don't they? Lots of texture. Check that out. See all those cool scales and texture on there? Yeah, so we can just add those all over the place if we want to. You can keep doing that as long as you want. You could even do them a whole bunch of different colors. Okay, now for the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move that over there. And I think if you have like a butter knife at home, that would work really good. You could even use your popsicle stick. In fact, I think I'll just use that rather than use a knife. Just use our popsicle stick. And let's go ahead and cut into that. Cut into our clay and slice it. And let's open our guy's mouth up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. See guys, we just opened his mouth up.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, huh?
Look on eyes.
What's that?
Oh, it's gonna make eyes.
Uh-huh, there's eyeballs there. And also, alligators, I've noticed the pictures here, look at the snout. See, they have those, they're breathing, their nose is right on the very end. This one even shows it better. Look at that. Now see this baby, he's got great big eyeballs. They kind of look like cat eyes, don't they? Mm-hmm. And then a big snout on there. So let's go ahead and make this so our little crocodile or alligator can breathe. So we'll add a little bit of clay, stick it on there. Oh yeah, that kind of makes his Makes it look a little more realistic, doesn't it? We'll open that up a little bit more. Kind of thin right here, so we'll grab some clay and make that just a little bit thicker. Like that. We can take our popsicle stick if we want and make little eyeballs there.
Wow.
Another one there.
That's cool.
There we go. Remember with the clay, a lot of times we're sculpting light because it's the shadows that you see. Because we don't have color all the time. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some teeth. You guys ready to add some teeth? So we'll just make us a little piece like that. We'll go ahead and stick that on there. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and stick another one on there. All right. You having fun at home? Adding these fun teeth? Doesn't that make it look starting to get ferocious looking, right? Okay. Let's take a look at some of these teeth here. Oh my gosh, look at them. Yeah, look, we got all kinds of fun teeth we can add on there. And notice they're not all perfect either, right? Some are big, some are little, some are spaced differently. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll put a couple of big ones, a couple little ones. For you at home, if you have green clay and then you want to use white clay for the teeth, that would be really fun. There we go. Let's go ahead and I want to grab here's a piece of white clay. Talon, you might want to use some of that one. But I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of white teeth in our guy here. Okay, buddy, we're gonna give you a white teeth or two. White tooth or two. Give you a white teeth. Wouldn't that make it kind of fun? Put another one out here. Another one over there. Okay, I think we're just about done with our one. Our alligator, or crocodile, whatever it is we've decided to sculpt. We'll put his arms down there a little bit and get him going there. We got our nice Ed Fraughton S-curve in him. Guys got your curve in them, guys? Ah, look at Talon, that's coming along. I got some cool scales on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's just take one last look here. I think I had some, I just looked it up on the internet. Just, oh wow, look at these fun pictures of this big alligator here. Oh, look at that. Look how their mouth goes up and down. And eyeballs sticking out there like our frog. Holding one there. Let's see here. Oh, there's a good one right here. Look at that one. So your parents can do that. Oh, look, there's one climbing a fence. Can you believe this, guys?
Climbing that?
Look at that alligator. He's climbing a
Look at
chain link fence. That's crazy. All kinds of things you can find when you just go ahead and research it. And I'm seeing something really cool here. Check out these fun colors of Emerson's alligator. I love it, buddy. We're going to have to take a picture of that and post it for you. Okay, I think that's about it. I think we've done really good. There we go. Everybody have an incredible day. Have an incredible weekend. You've got all weekend to sculpt and create whatever you want. Remember that famous quote by Pablo Picasso? Every child is born an artist The challenge is to remain an artist once we grow up. When we have those creative powers and keep in touch with that inner child, there's no problem that we cannot solve. So have an awesome weekend. We'll see you Monday. I'm going to come up with another really, really cool project for you.
Maybe even a monkey.
Maybe a monkey, maybe another frog. We'll see. Take care.